We just had a storm, so
All
I
right,
thought
okay.
I thought it was.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I tell you what, I'm glad it's the end of the day for me. So anyway, Dino, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be back on your show.
I love it when you come on. I was been waiting all day for this.
Me too.
Brilliant. How are you anyway?
I'm fine. I'm doing okay. I wanted to take this opportunity right now to say something to all the Brazilian friends and fans that I have that watch your podcast and listen to your show because today is their Independence Day. So I wanted to just say a friendly shout out. Uh, Hola, 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 Brasil. Muito obrigado por assistir. Feliz Dia da Independência. Ainda estou praticando meu português. Meu sotaque é engraçado. Vou continuar praticando para falar melhor cada vez. Espero que gostem da entrevista. Um grande abraço para você, Brasil. Hola, hola, hola. Ochos de Panda.
Well done, well done. How many languages can you speak?
Um, at the moment, I can speak three, well, two and a half. Two, I speak very, very good, fluently, and I'm learning more Portuguese. I practice every day
Hmm.
because I seem to be getting more followers from Brazil, so they don't speak English in Brazil; they speak Portuguese. So I have to learn to keep in touch with them.
Yeah, you are getting a lot of followers, and the last time I looked, the followers will keep going up. Why is that?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Uh, I don't do anything out of the ordinary. I am in the groups, and a lot of the members are from Brazil. Uh, some, I guess, are from Portugal, but it does go up. I noticed it myself, uh, but that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and what do you think about this? That you're attracting more people to yourself.
Uh, I like it. I like it. For a while, I was feeling a little bit depressed because I would do shows and I wouldn't be getting the viewers I wanted, but I did get viewers, but I was expecting more. But when these things happen, where I start noticing more and more followers, and then it cheers me up, and then it inspires me to come back and not throw in the towel and not give up.
Yeah, well, that's what you don't. That's what you don't have to do is give up. Um,
No, don't give up.
are you getting on with your music?
I've been practicing at home. I've been doing a little song list because I was speaking to my son. I told him, we got to do another live or record some more videos because we went on our little Memphis vacation trip, and that took up a lot of our time. So we have to get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, because I was going to talk to you about that, the Memphis trip. I know I talked to you about it a little bit last time. What was that like?
It's always fun. It's always fun to go to Memphis and Graceland. Um, but it was hot. Uh, we went in the month of August, and usually August is very hot and humid. Um, but that's usually the time I have free from work, and my son is out of school during that time. It's very nice. It was just the weather could get a little humid. But I spoke with my son, and we're planning to go back again, but in the springtime where the weather is more comfortable.
Mm, yeah, and when you go back, try to do a live, and we can get you live, and we
Oh,
love
right.
to we love to see you live
Oh, well,
at
thank you.
Graceland. Be brilliant.
Thank you. Besides that, I haven't been doing much. I've been getting a couple of emails for some scenes I have to do with my son for an upcoming film that my publisher is doing. Um, So we wait for the messages, and then we follow the instructions on how to shoot the scenes, and uh, that's something else that we're doing besides the music and the artwork. We're, we're little part-time actors, me and my son.
Yeah. So what kind of acting do you do then?
Well, I've never taken acting classes for TV, for television, or film, or cinema, or anything like that. This just all dropped out of the sky when I started working for Space Coast Comics, because my publisher is he's a part-time actor himself, and he wanted to include me into his movies, and then he asked me if I can include my son, and I said sure. I asked my son, he said he wanted to do it, and now that's my life. Now I'm a part-time actor too.
Gosh. Do you love doing it?
I don't mind. It's fun because I'm not on a set or anything like that. So, and now everything is done like on Zoom, or you can record yourself at home on your cell phone, or if you still have a video camera, and then you just send that into the email. Because I don't live uh, close to my publisher. He lives in Florida, and I live in Chicago. So I'm way up north in the United States, and he's all the way at the bottom of the United States. So that's how we communicate, all digital.
Gosh. And what's it like? Kind of like, because you're doing your music, you've got followers, you're doing your acting, then it's comics, And I was speaking to a friend of yours a couple of weeks ago,
Right?
and
Yeah, it's busy, but I don't mind it.
and he was telling me, he's saying about he was highly, you're highly thought of, and you know, because you two work together, don't you?
Yes, we do, and that's another thing that uh, it makes me scratch my head because he's always telling me that there's a lot of people that think very nice of me and they want to meet me and they want to know more about me and I don't know why, but I don't mind it. It's very nice because I do get compliments on other things besides the music. I get compliments for the little part I had in the movie, and then my comics and my artwork. And I just had a book signing, and I don't do book signings with just regular people. Uh, they invite me to the store, and then this last one I did a book signing with the artist of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think you've heard of them. And the artist is also he was also an artist for Batman and Superman and these things. And I
Mm.
just consider myself very lucky to be in that kind of company.
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to come and visit me, but they ran out of shelves.
I'll tell them to come see you. Tell them to come see
Yeah.
you. Steve Beer is high priority.
Yeah, so I love them. Yes. I always wanted to be one of them.
Well, you can do one of those. Just show up. Can you draw stick figures? Because you can make Stick Man show
That's
up for
good.
a book signing.
That's good. Yeah. Um, what kind of could you draw characters you do your comics? What would you draw
Well,
that represent you?
well, my actual comics, the actual hero, he's a 90-pound weakling who works in his grandfather's laundromat. But typically, what I did with that character, I poured a lot of myself into that character, where he liked comics and music and these kind of things. I put my own personality into that character. And then when he becomes the super powered uh, character, the superhero, it's more or less kind of like what I would fantasize to be if I had uh, great strength and power and these kind of things. Things we can't do. We can't fly. We can't run through a brick wall and those kind of things. But when you're doing comic books, it's all escapism and you escape reality, and it's just a world of fantasy and fun.
Yes, you've got a message, yeah.
Oh, that's from, see, there's from Brazil. Teresa Milagres. Oi, Teresa. Muito obrigado. Feliz Dia do Independência. Muito obrigado por assistir. You see, I'm practicing more and more Portuguese. I do
So
write it down.
how do you say hello in Portuguese?
Oh, how do you say hi? You just say oi.
Oi,
O-I.
oi,
What's her name? Teresa. Oi, Teresa.
oi, Teresa.
Yeah,
Right.
so
Okay.
I'm kind of happy that I'm bringing these viewers to you. from different parts of the world. Sometimes I get some members who watch me in Spain and Spain, Brazil, here in the United States. So
Do
at
you
least
get a
you're
lot of
getting.
people from the UK?
I don't know. I really haven't paid attention. I know I got you, Steve Beer from the UK. I'm
Well,
not sure.
I'm a big fan of yours, so
Thank you very much.
and that's why I keep having you back, and
Thank you.
that's
Thank
why
you very much.
that's when we book you in. Michelle goes, Nino, we've got to get Nino back. Nino, Nino, that's what we do.
I'll pat
But
myself on the back.
but the trouble is, what do you prefer? Do you prefer doing comics, singing, acting? What do you prefer?
I really don't have any preference. I do all of them the same. I enjoy every one of them. I also cook at home, and if I were to become a good cook, I would probably be happy being a chef myself too. So anything that comes along. If I bought a car and I became a taxi driver, I'd have fun doing that too. Whatever comes along. I don't have any preference anymore. When I was a little boy, I liked to play music, and that was the only thing I was doing. And when the cartoons would come on, I'd put down the guitar and watch the cartoons. And then I'd start doodling the cartoons that were on TV, Popeye and Bugs Bunny and these kind of things.
Yeah, Woody Woodpecker.
Woody Woodpecker and
Yeah, yeah.
Felix the Cat, all these old cartoons.
I can tell you something now. When I was younger, I used to kind of look in my dustbin to see if Top Cat was in there.
Oh, Top Cat. I like that. I love Top Cat. That's the name of my niece's cat, Vicky Sue. She has a cat. She loves cats, and she named her cat Top Cat. And I asked my sister, how does she know about Top Cat? And she said she watches the cartoons, right?
Yeah, it's the Winky Mansion, Top Cat. And do you remember Pink Panther?
Pink Panther. I remember Pink Panther, the Inspector. Uh, who else did they? What was that art? Did they show the aardvark in the UK?
Probably.
I think it was voiced by the comedian Jackie Mason. Uh, it was part of the program with the Pink Panther. But now I get to go on Steve Beer's Crossroads show. Excuse me, Steve. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Do you, when you do your music and when you're doing it on Facebook or wherever you're doing that music, do you get a thrill out of doing it?
I actually get nervous. I get nervous when I do it on Facebook, like a live, something like that, because I practice before I do the live, and I try not to make any mistakes. It's kind of like the old performers who in black and white TV they used to do the live performances, no mistakes. So I try not to make any mistakes. If I do something like now, for instance, if I do something like now, I'm not prepared. I just do whatever I want, and if I make a mistake, I don't care because I'm having a good time on your show. Uh, and the people know when they check out my YouTube channel or they check out the or whatever the live, they'll see that I'm not a person that makes mistakes over and over and over again. I do
No.
practice.
And it's good sometimes to make mistakes anyway, because at the end of the day, we're just human, aren't we?
We're just human, and you learn from your mistakes. So uh, well, I'm going to play this song, but I know that this part of the song is a little bit difficult, so I won't go so fast, or I'll try to. Oh, I forgot that line in that song, so I have to practice the lyrics over and over until I memorize it. Those kind of things. Uh, Hard hitting questions like from Mr. Steve Beer on the Crossroads show. I have to prepare myself for anything.
Yeah, because you never know what's happening, do you?
I never know. I never know. This is
Yeah. Do you
coming
do
to you
you sing
live.
to do you sing to your wife?
Well, she's not home, but when I do sing, my wife usually goes into the room and goes to bed because she works all day. She has very long hours. But yeah, I'll sing to my wife. But you know, if I forget what to sing to my wife, I'll give her the mail. You have a bill you must pay right away.
Don't she do that to you? You have a bill, you got to pay it. You're the man.
You must pay. I'll give you the money. Go pay it.
Yeah. Don't buy beer.
Go
Yeah.
back. Right. You know what? We should make that a song right now. I got a bill. You better go pay it, or we're going to be on the street.
Anyway, what song you going to sing for us?
I don't know. I did, like I said, I didn't practice anything. Let me see. Well, let me tell these people in Brazil, vou cantar uma canção agora. Eu não sei qual, não estou preparado. So I just let them know I don't know what song I'm going to sing because I'm not prepared. I'm using my Elvis Presley. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
The birthplace pick. I bought this at the souvenir shop in Elvis Presley's Tupelo, Mississippi birth house, and it's very flexible. I don't like them too stiff, you know. I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. The tears that I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. I'm gonna sit right here till I die. I met her accidentally, St. Paul, Minnesota. Tore me up every time I heard her drawl, southern drawl. Then I heard my dream, went back downstream, cavorting in Davenport, and I followed you, big river, and you called. Go on, River Queen, further on down the river. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough. Dump my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, big river, more than Thank you. Hey, I didn't mess up that time. Right.
You got a message here.
What a message. Sing Moody Blue. Well, do I know Moody Blue? Let me try. I'm going to try because
Okay.
at least I'll try, right? Well, it's hard to be a gambler betting on the number that changes every time. When you think you're gonna win, the picture's giving in. A stranger's all you'll find. Yeah, trying to figure out what she's all about when she's going through and through. She's a complicated lady, so call her my baby, Moody Blue. Moody Blue, tell me who I'm talking to. You're like night and day, and it's so hard to say which one is you. Moody Blue, tell me who I'm talking to. You're like night and day, and it's so hard to say which one is you. Well, when Monday comes, she's Tuesday. When Tuesday comes, she's Wednesday. To another day again. Her personality unwinds just like a ball of twine on the spool that never ends. Just when I think I know her well, her emotions reveal she's not the person that I thought I knew. She's a complicated lady, so call her my baby, Moody Blue. Oh, Moody You're like night and day, and it's so hard to say which one is you. Tell me who I'm talking to. You're like night and day, and it's so hard to say which one is you. Well, that's all I know from Moody Blues.
Well done. Good try. Good
Thank you.
try.
Oh, you know what? I was playing it an octave too high too. Forgot to take my capo off.
Don't worry about it. That was really good. That was really good. When you kind of like, how old were you when you kind of started learning to play the guitar?
Um, I was, I think, 6 or 7 years old. This
Cool.
this is this is my father's old guitar. It didn't look like this. It was a lot newer, and I lived out in a place that looked like a ranch, like a cowboy show, in the East Everglades in Florida. Excuse me, sorry, I have a runny nose. And we didn't have too many toys. We weren't. My father didn't really go out and buy a lot of toys for us, so we would play out in the field or play with a ball or something like that. And I took his guitar one day. I had it outside, and I just turned it over, and I started hitting rocks with it, just like a baseball bat. Muito obrigado, Teresa. So I started hitting rocks with it as if it was a baseball bat, and I did that for about an hour. And my father came home and he saw what I was doing. He became really angry and he took the guitar away from me and he said, "Stop! Don't do that. What's wrong with you? And that's not the way you play with that thing. You play it like this." And then he played a song on it, and I looked at my father and I was angry that he yanked the guitar out of my hands and he yelled at me. So when he went to work the next day, I spent the entire day. I memorized a song that he played, and I spent the entire day learning how to play the song on one string with one finger, just out of spite. So when he came home, I told him, "Look, here's the song you wanted me to play," and I played it for him. And then he got upset again, and he said, "Oh, you think that's funny? Okay, play this song." And then he played another song, and I also became upset, and I wanted to show, I wanted to prove to him, well, I can. If you can do it, I can do it too. So I played it again, a different song, and then I started liking it. So by the time I was 8 years old, I was already learned a song or two.
And what
Uh,
was that song then?
I can't remember what songs they were. I play some of them still today, but they're more like Spanish songs.
Yeah.
Things Spanish songs like this. Ya es muy tarde para remediar todo lo que ha pasado. Ya es muy tarde para revivir todo nuestro amor. En ocasiones trataba de buscarte, pero nunca te encontré. Es muy tarde si piensas en volver, resignate a perder. That kind of stuff, like romantic type stuff. The stuff my wife, I used to sing to her a long time ago, but that was my secret weapon, to get married.
Saying about your wife, how did you meet your wife?
Well, I met my wife in Peru. That's where she's from. Actually, it's a very, very long story because I first met her when I was 2 years old because she was uh, the neighbor's kids.
Yeah.
My father was very good friends, best friends with her older brother because my father-in-law was twice married. His first wife, she passed away. Uh, my first wife, she passed. For my first wife, my father-in-law's first wife passed away from leukemia, I think.
Yeah.
So he remarried, and the children from the first marriage, they were my father's friends because my brother-in-laws are very old, much older than me. They could be my father, uh, 75 and 80 years old. So she was the oldest daughter of the second marriage. And then my my cousins lived next door to her family. So I went on a trip to Peru, and one night I was sitting on the bench, and she showed up walking out because they have like a little plaza type outside of the
Yeah, yeah.
houses. And she came up to me and she was practicing English, and my cousins told her, "Oh, he's from the United States. He speaks English." So I remember the first words that she asked me. She asked me, "Do I have a duck?" And that kind of made me less nervous because no, I don't have a duck. She was trying to say, "Do you have a dog?" But instead, she said, "Do you have a duck?"
So after that, then about when you met her, about how often? So when you met her at tea, when was it when you started dating?
Um, I can't really say when we started dating because every night I would go outside and she would be there, and we would just walk to the little, they had like a little cafe, a little type restaurants, and we would just walk there talking, and I would invite her, a soda, a drink, or maybe a sandwich or something, and we would do that every night. And I would ask her, "Hey, do you guys have this in your country?" And she said, "Yes." And I would tell her, "I don't know where that is," and we would make plans. Okay, we'll meet here tomorrow night, and I'll take you, and I show you where it is. And then when we got there, I would just pay for everything. And I guess we just started without any formal like invitations or asking her out or anything like that. We just started going out.
And how long have you been married now? Then
Um, wow, it's going to be 23 years. 23
23.
years, just like that, right? Wow.
Gosh,
I'm
23 years.
yeah.
And are you happy that are you happy now than the first day when you got married?
I'm about the same, Steve. I'm not really super happy or depressed or anything. I'm about the same. That's pretty. I've maintained for 23 years. I like to tell everybody that I know I've got 23 years off my life sentence because it's till death do you part, I guess, right?
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's what every man feels like.
before I forget, I wanted to say this one thing. Brazil, no estoy preparado. Obrigado por asistir. Estoy uma bagunça. Preciso corta o cabelo. So I just let everybody know that I wasn't prepared and doing the best I can, and I need a haircut.
Do not worry. Do not worry. We all need a haircut. Um, getting back to your music again. Would
Yes,
it be possible? I've got somebody here saying, would it be possible if you can play "Love Me Tender"?
Love Me Tender. I don't really know. I don't know if I know Love Me Tender. I have to find the chords.
Or they said, if you can't play "Love Me Tender," can you play another Elvis song?
I think this is it. No, I need my capo because sometimes this capo raises the octave on the. In case you sing in a higher note, a higher octave, the capo you slip it on your guitar. I don't know if you can see it.
All right, yeah, yeah.
I'll try "Love Me Tender" as much as I know. Love me tender. I don't know the chords. Sorry, I don't love me tender.
Right. Can you sing? Can you sing another song?
Well, that's alright, my mama. That's alright for you. That's alright, my mama. Just any way you do, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright, mama. Any way you do. Well, mama, she done told me. Papa done told me too. Some that guy you fooling with, she ain't good for you, but that's alright. That's alright. That's alright, mama. any way you do. Boom, 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 do, 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 do. Boom, boom, do, 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 do. Boom, do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm leaving town, baby. I'm leaving town for sure. Well, then you want to be bothered with me hanging around your door, but that's alright. That's alright. That's alright, mama. Any way you do. I need your love. That's alright. That's alright, mama. Any way you do. All right.
Well done.
That's just off the cuff.
Well
And
done.
I know the instrumental, but I didn't put it in. It's a little bit difficult, Steve. I need
It's
more
okay,
practice.
don't worry.
Who's this? Casia Casia. Muito obrigado por asistir, amiga. Un abrazo. Feliz dia do Independência, Brasil.
Okay. Tell your guest
Yes.
she's gonna put a link in the group, and if you go onto that link, you go to come on live and speak to you yourself.
Well, Steve, you got me there. I can't say all that, but I can say that in Spanish for whoever's watching in Spain or wherever. Si están mirando de España, si están mirando de los países hablar latino, español, el señor Steve Beer va a meter un enlace y pueden apachurrar ese enlace y te va a llevar a un sitio a donde tú puedes hacer todas tus preguntas.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Steve.
There you go. There's the link. So what you got to do, if you tap the link, you'll be able to speak to Nino live.
See how I did that? Special effects.
Yes. Yeah.
Speak to me live.
Try that again. It's not there.
It's way down. Way down.
So anyway, so how many? So you said you got around about 3 or 4 guitars. Is that right?
I do. I had actually, you know what? I had like a mini guitar store at one time because yes, it's their Independence Day in Brazil. I had, I would say, I can't remember exactly, but I would say at least 20 guitars. On and off. I would buy one, get rid of it, buy another one, get rid of it. And then at one time I had a whole collection, a red one, a white one, a black one, and I had everything to go with it, the microphones and different kinds of musical instruments. And then I got rid of it all. I got rid of it all because I had to pay a lawyer. I had needed money to pay an immigration lawyer to handle all of the paperwork for my wife because I was bringing her from her country, and wasn't cheap. It's not cheap today. It wasn't cheap back then, and I didn't know where else I was going to get the money, so I started selling off a lot of my things. I had old valuable comic books. I had my musical instruments. I had a couple of part-time jobs, and I put all that money together, and I ended up staying with my father's guitar, and I have 2 guitars that I had put away for a very long time, and I just recently took them out of retirement.
Yeah. When you kind of singing, what's your favorite song like you like singing all the time?
Well, I don't really sing a favorite song. I usually just play the guitar a lot, and when I play the guitar a lot, I'll just start strumming like this, and something will come to mind. And it doesn't have to be Elvis. It could be country music. It could be blues. It could be anything, you know. It could be Spanish music. that kind of stuff, or Harlem Nocturne. Or I might go into the music I used to play. They had me play in high school. Those kind of things. Those
I've got a dedication. I've got a thing here saying, would it be possible if you can play a country song?
country songs,
Yeah.
sure. A long time forgotten, her dreams have just fell by the way. Have a good life, good life, good life, good life. There you go. Good life, he promised, ain't what she's living today. But she never complains of the bad times or the bad things he's done. She just talks about the good times and all the good times to come. He's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his wicked ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll walk through this world hand in hand. Good-hearted woman, loving her good-timing man. He likes the nightlife, bright lights and music and friends. When the party's all over, she welcomes him back home once again. Though she don't understand him, she does the best that she can. Good-hearted woman, loving her good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his wicked ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll walk through this world hand in hand. Good-hearted woman, loving her good-timing man.
Oh.
Thank you. Pass around the tip jar, Steve.
I will do. Yes, tip jar, please. Tip jar. I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a tip. Donkey Kong at the 4055 at Doncaster.
Okay, it's a good tip. Good,
Okay,
you
good
always
tip.
got the best tips. Oh, great guitar playing. Muito obrigado, amiga Teresa. That's Teresa Milagres. She's always been my supporter from Brazil. Muito obrigado, Brasil, por assistir. And this is Cassia. Cassia Rita, I think her name is Rita. Yeah, today is the Brazilian Independence Day.
Um, all I can say is this: that whatever you do in life, you always try your best. And the trouble is with your comics, with your music, and what you do. You know, why do you? If you had to give up one thing, what would it be?
Well, if I had to give up one thing, I will probably give up my life because I can't give up any of the things that I love. You know, that's a very hard question to answer because it's like saying, would you give up breathing or give up eating? You know, I love everything equally. I love my artwork. I love my music. I love doing whatever I do. You know, I can't ask a bird not to fly because it's what they do. You know.
That's it. Yeah, yeah, of course. What's the message we got here now?
Oh, she said good night. Boa
Yeah,
noite, amiga.
yeah.
Muito obrigado por assistir.
Okay, okay, Nino. Thank you very much for joining me. That was quick and short, as always. But I
Thank you
love it
for
when talking to you.
thank you for having me again. And as always, I'm very happy and very thankful that you had me on your show. Hello to all of my viewers and everyone that watched. Muito obrigado por assistir. Estou praticando meu português para falar mais como você, com meu sotaque Papa Francisco engraçado.
And tell everybody, all your people, thank you very much for watching.
Muito obrigado por assistir ao vivo do Steve Beer, Crossroads Podcast UK.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Nino, you're a star, and see you very soon.
Thank you very much, Steve, for having me again, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.